I'm laughing because I'm setting things up and uh, everything isn't going exactly how I expected it. But I think it worked this time. Hi, my name is Andrew Kosrock. I am an adjunct professor of art here at UVU. I work with the 3D design department or the art department in 3D design in real world applications. So I was a digital animator for a short while, years back. I actually designed fonts for a lot of the word processing programs that people use today. And I kind of switched to um, historical art techniques. So I do bookbinding, I do uh, stained glass primarily. I also do sculpture and assemblage work. And I teach my students who are, for the most part, very conversant and comfortable with 2D technology, art technologies like digital painting, photography, oil painting, watercolor, things like that. And I teach them how to transform their expertise into the three-dimensional space using things like popsicle sticks and pipe cleaners. So it's kind of, one of my students a few years ago said that it was kind of like going back to second grade. And they really liked it. I also teach art history and introduction to art and classes like that. One of the concerns that I have is with so much unfettered access to the internet, a lot of my students will appropriate imagery, symbols, and things to use in their art without really understanding the full context. And I don't I don't believe that it is necessary for us to always ask permission when we use imagery and ideas, but I do think that it's necessary, since art is a medium for communication, that we be honest in the work that we do and do our best to find, as much as possible, the context and respect that should be associated with those things that we borrow or the things that we use. And my experience with AI has been initiating with one of desperation. A friend of mine said that necessity is not the mother of invention, it's actually desperation. I really like that. I think that that's, for most of it, that seems to be rather true. And my initial experience was kind of apprehensive, but I really needed help coming up with a lesson plan for a 90-minute course that I had thought that I had done and completely spaced off. I'd actually put my time into another section of the class, and I had totally forgotten about that one. And in less than a half an hour, I was able to come up with a lesson plan that hit all the points that I had stated that I needed, and then was able to make connections and show a flow that, although it wasn't necessarily in my own voice, it made a lot of sense, and it was amazing to me. So I've started using AI to help me develop lesson plans, to help me collate and uh, organize information, and to help me generate new ideas and new pathways. And it is really astounding to me how working with AI as a friendly tool, it can do so many wonderful things. But on the other hand, I can see that it is, when students use it to replace their own thinking, it becomes embarrassing. And it's not because the AI is making a mistake at all. That's not it at all. It's because we need to have a critical thinking, intelligent relationship with it for us to work together to pull the best elements out of it. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to get out of this course, a better way to help my students interface with AI from a critical thinking and personal responsibility perspective. So they don't use it as a tool to replace their thinking, but they use it to enhance their capacities. And I think that that'd be wonderful. if we, and I'd also like to learn how to use it to do the same for myself. But from the conversation that we were having on the first day, it's love the fact that we're in a room with so many different perspectives, but all of us pretty much want that same kind of healthy relationship with what ultimately may become Skynet.